So in this next part, I'm going to do the lower frame. So first of all, I've got to just find and see what is happening in this collection. Okay, so we need the lower model. This is correct. And we need the wax up. This model we don't need. I'll just hide that. This one we don't need either because we finished with that now. Okay, so we've got the scan body scan. I don't need that either. But what I do need is a model underneath it. This one I need. And I need the tooth library. There's a wax up here. Great. Now, I have noticed that the library is open. Now, we don't use open libraries in this. So what I'll do is we'll just close this down. We need to close these. So not close down, we need to close these. Go into the wax up and go to the Pontex and just close these teeth up. It's important. Next, I need some tissue for this, some gum tissue. I'll just hide the tubes here and the screw. I'll never use the eye, always use this one. Okay, and we've also got all these components on the scene. I don't want to see them right now. Okay. Now we need to join these up together if you want to do a reduction frame like you did, like we did earlier. So I'll just take these and we can unify them. Edit, Bool Tool, Union. Okay, this is now one piece. I will make some tissues. So I'll just hide this and we're going to draw like in the splint module. I'll go to the tubes section, tube, and I'm going to shrink wrap that onto the model. Control A to make it bigger. I'm going to grab and extrude this tube all the way along. So I'm going to lift this tube up a little bit. Control A. Okay, and we're going to then commit to that, and we're going to accept the tube to voxel, remesh the tube and apply. Let's have a look and see where our tissue is. Now I'm going to go to the wax up module and we're going to edit this. So over here, select it and go into edit and I'll go wireframe. Now this gives me a good easy way of doing it. Use the G key and then just grab and structure this correctly. And we do this before we do the wax up of it, the actual sculpting and so on. But for this video I'm not going to go into too much detail. You can do this yourself. So all I'm doing is I'm just selecting some mesh and then using the G key on the keyboard to bring it out where I need it to go. Very, very simple to do. It's actually quite fun. Bring that down like that. You can actually just, you don't always have to use the G key, you can just drag it as well. As long as this one is on tweak, then you can just simply drag it. There's a little bit of practice. So that's looking quite good. Okay, I'm going to take the magnet off, and we're going to then use a G key, and I'll just bring this up a little bit, like that. Okay, bring that down. Okay, as I've said, I'm not going to spend that much time on this. We're going to commit to this. Okay, so we're going to go Object. Okay, now just briefly sculpt smooth this a little bit. Sculpt smooth. Oh, this is the blob tool. So this is a very aggressive tool. We're going to go into the simplify over here. Right click. I'm going to take this and make it a little bit less harsh, I think. Yeah, sculpt, make it 3. Just find yourself a resolution box. Okay, again, I'm not going to spend time on this now. I'll just briefly do an outline of it. Okay, great. Now we're going to unify this to our tissue over here. So select. You can go into the splint module as well, or at the bottom you've got to unify objects. Great. Okay, the color's gone. That's okay. So select this one. This is an object being cut, and then cut. Apply that to make your cut. So now this looks like this on the if I hide that, it looks, oh, it hasn't done my cut. I'll just go back a step. So it may be due to Boolean failure. No, I think it did work. Apply. Let's have a look. This is what it looks like. This is correct. Now we want to we should actually smooth this a little bit. Okay, we've got a mask, clear mask. Clear mask, right click and smooth this down a bit. Let's put this on number 4. Put the strength up. So it's a good idea not to have a two wedge lap, but we're making a reduction frame, so this doesn't really matter that much. We're going to go to the ground module and make a reduction frame here. So we can voxel remesh this one again. This time say at maybe 0.2. Apply that. And make a wax up frame for it. So here we can see how it's reduced it. I'm going to briefly go and look at the full frame. I'm going to select that tab, go here proportional editing, and I'll just lift this up just a little bit here, like that. Okay, very easy to do once you know how to do it. Okay, we're going to just smooth this down a bit. And this is all done before you connect it to the implants. Okay, you can see how nicely that looks. Take the full contour away, and now we're going to connect them to the implants. Just expose your model. Okay, nowhere in the file could I find the interfaces going over the top. So what we need to do is we need to snap them to the top. But I've also noticed that these have no coordination, so we are not able to snap them to this component over here. But we have the scan bodies. These all have a rotation axis here, so we can use those. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. But I need to find the parts first. Now this is usually done after we make the model, so this hasn't been done in this case. So here we've got implant product lists. Okay, so we're looking for the interface itself. Here, this one over here, this is the one we need. And we need a few of these. So Shift D. We need 3 on this side, and we need 3 on this side here. Go to the Components module, and this is the object. Select destination and match to destination. And we're going to do this for all of these. You see how cool it snaps into position. So always make sure you've got a coordination so that you can snap it to where it needs to go. Okay, finally we want to, okay, now we can hide the scan bodies. We don't need to see them anymore. So just select, look where they are, over here, hide them. Now go to the crown module, excellent, and go to the implants here, and we're going to make this tubing assembly. Okay, for each and every one of these with the holes, the screw holes. Okay, I've just paused this video just to speed things up again. Okay, so here we're going to accept this, and we're going to create our structure. But before I do that, just to be safe, I'll just hide the top ones from view here, that it doesn't confuse the system. Hide, and there's another one over here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and generate the implant fixture. Okay, you can also see how this is bulged out so that we can actually, this is looking really, really good. Of course, now I'll just smooth this down a little bit. So lastly, make your holes. Okay, again, I don't want it to interfere with the uppers, so I'm just going to hide, make sure you hide them, otherwise it could puncture a hole from the uppers. You don't want that to happen. H to hide. Look in a transparent mode. Just bring these up a little bit. So this is all done in the crown and bridgework module. Super, super cool. Mesh geometry is very, very good afterwards. So here, and then select fixture and cut hole. Okay, let's have a look at it. Here we go. Super, super, super cool. Holes, everything's intact. You can still smooth it a little bit. Just want to have a look at the reduction frame, what that looks like with it. So here, that's your reduction frame. That fits perfectly there. This is your reduction frame of the tissue earlier. So yeah, of the previous video. So it looks complicated, but once you understand how it works, it's not really that difficult. Let's have a look at my other generated fixture here. So these two are finished. Awesome. Okay, bye.